What's up, everyone? It's Thomas with Real Broker here in St. Augustine, Florida, coming at you live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. going over the market stats, the news you need to know about if you think about buying, selling, or investing here in northeastern Florida. And we're also doing a Q&A, so if you have any questions about moving to the area, about selling in the area, make sure you drop them in the comments below. If I'm here live, I will answer them live, but if you're watching the replay, I'll come back and I'll answer them in the comments. So no question is a stupid question. Fire them off below. It helps me a little bit in the algorithm as well. So please do that and let me know where you're watching from too. Let me make sure that I am streaming over at Instagram. It seems that it always has a problem connecting to Instagram for whatever reason. But I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, yep, a destination failed. Typical. Well, either way, guys, I'm going to keep it short and sweet here for this time. And if you're a watcher of this show, you know I say that a good bit, but I've had quite a long day and want to run through this. So stick with me. I got some cool news stories here for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and start off with that. Now, that's not what we want to look. The stock market today, big tech surges as S&P 500 crosses 5,600 for the first time. So, U.S. stocks again soared to fresh all-time highs on Wednesday as Jerome Powell's remarks on Capitol Hill buoyed out rate cut hopes and big tech stocks piled on the gains. So, they go to list some of the companies that have seen some good increases today. But the biggest thing here is that Powell hinted that the stage is almost set for lowering interest rates from 2-decade highs, pointing to a cooling inflation and a weakening of the jobs market. And that's something that we've been talking about for a while now on the channel. You know that we're watching this because, obviously the stock market's watching this as well, just to see whenever the money printer essentially gets turned back on and then rates start to go down a little bit. As of right now, they're really watching inflation and they're watching the economy because we had a red-hot economy, we had red-hot inflation, so by raising the federal funds rate, it's kind of their way to fight inflation. And it's made things more expensive. Getting a car is more expensive, getting a home is more expensive. And the idea was to kind of slow down the meteoric rise that we were having in home prices. Home prices definitely did. The affordability of people, at a 7% interest rate really changed. If you look at 4, 5, 6, 7, you look at the difference in prices, it's thousands of dollars. Well, not thousands, but almost, it's a significant chunk of change every percentage you go down. And they say for every percentage that you go down, another million people enter the market, right? So if you go 7 to 6%, then we should see 1 million more home buyers. Then you go under that, another million to 5, and then so on and so forth. Do I think that we're going to get sub 5%? I think that's very unlikely. I think we're probably going to be somewhere in like the 5 to 6s, which I think would be a comfortable and healthy balance. And this is a side note here. I personally think that interest rates on homes should, especially because you're going to pay taxes on it for the rest of its life, interest rates on homes should be a fixed thing. It shouldn't be this thing that watch go up and down and it affects the affordability of the house, but it changes, and prices obviously change, which affects affordability. But then you have this third variable that no one has any control over that affects the cost of homes. I just think it should be an even 5. Banks make a little money, you make a little money, your payment goes down, you save a little money. But that's just my thought on it. I don't know. It could be completely wrong on that. If I am, let me know in the comments below. Let's head on to the next news story here, guys. This one's kind of funny. And I was just at the beach this past week, and I got caught in the rain yesterday. Just took a quick little walk. But as you can see, the picture's not that great, of course. Why is it doing this? Man, this site with ads is crazy. But essentially, the pier is no longer a fishing pier. You can only, unless you're one hell of a caster, you're not going to be able to fish off this pier anytime soon. And what happened is they replenished a lot of the sand there, so they did some dredging out in the ocean and pumped the sand back onto the beach. We'll exit out of here. But that's something that, that's what they have to do, and they extended the beach, and it helps with flooding, right? So it's something that they got to take care of. But I imagine the first hurricane that comes by is probably going to wipe that out, and we'll have a fishing pier again. It really just depends on the severity of the storm. But But yeah, so that's what it is. But it's nice that they're actually renourishing the beach, and it's a lot bigger. I mean, obviously, just from that picture. I mean, probably, there's a lot of times when you go to the beach in the past couple of years where if you just, there's like a little park and there's like a concrete bulkhead, right over the bulkhead, depending on the tides, water would be right there. So I think it's a good thing, but unfortunately, you won't be able to fish off there for a while. So we'll keep tabs on that. Guys, I only have 3 news stories left. Like I said, I want to make this one short and sweet. Had a long day, got a long week, but I still wanted to make sure I showed up here for you guys and gave you the good news, right? And the bad news. I try to cover everything. St. John's and Nassau school districts lead state in Florida's end-of-year student testing. So St. John's was number 1. Nassau was number 2. This month, let's see, they do testing 3 times out of the year. Of Florida's 67 school districts, St. Johns County had the highest percentage of students performing at or above grade level in ELA at 72%, which is English. I need to take English again. English Language Arts Assessment at 72%, and Nassau County was next at 66%. They essentially said that, like, hey, the other 2 northeastern Florida counties, Clay and Flagler, also performed above the statewide score, which is fantastic. St. John's and Nassau tied for the best score among all school districts on math assessments, with 77% of students in each county scoring at or above grade level. Duval was one of the 2 northeastern Florida districts this year to have its overall scores in both areas fall below 50%. Which is not what you want to hear, but I think that also attests to why St. Johns County people want to flock here when families want to move here, is because of our great school district. This is a great graphic here to kind of show you percent on grade level or above, and they do the testing period, so 1, 2, 3 for the year, and it looks like that St. Johns County just keeps going up. We're at 72%, and I mean, head and shoulders really above Nassau when you look at this graph. Which I think is, so if you're looking at the northeastern Florida area of what, hey, what's the best area for me? I mean, this kind of gives you a good overview. This is the math. Look at the math here. Math for St. Johns County and Nassau, like they're crushing it. And, St. John's is up here, Nassau's down here, and they've gone all the way up to 77%. So that's good to see. I love these graphs. I'll probably be including these in one of my future videos, but yeah, I'm a product of St. Johns County schools, not when they were ranked A's. I went to a C middle school and an A elementary school. But I think I turned okay. I turned out all right. Not too bad. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm in the shed. I'm in the shed still. But guys, any questions on the school districts here in northeastern Florida, let me know. I do have a video that kind of encompasses, especially if you're relocating, the main things to know about the school district here in St. Johns County. The biggest thing, especially if you're looking in our entire area, is knowing that our schools are not rated 1 through 10. So many of the sites, just look at Zillow, will rate a school 1 through 10. And I'm not saying it's completely off, but it's not accurate to how we do things here. Everything's A, B, C, D, so an F. So if it's an F school, it's a bad school. If it's an A school, it's a great school. All that stuff is available online. You can look that up. But if it's an A, it might be a 9 out of 10, might be an 8, maybe 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. If it's a B, it could be an 8 or a 7. It just depends, right? So it's not exactly the most accurate. What you want to do is go to the Florida Department of Education. But either way, let's go on to the next news story here, guys. I like this graphic too. Another one that I'm going to be throwing into the school district. I'm going to make another school video apparently because they didn't have this stuff available. But 5 new schools are being built in the county, and I guess I don't think all 5 of them are set for the fall of this year, but I think 2 of them are set to open in the fall of this year. I could be wrong, but they put out the 5 schools that are coming. So Trout Creek, a K through 8 school for 2025 in Rivertown, Lakeside Academy, K through 8 school located in Silverleaf, K through 8 school located in Nocatee, and this kind of shows out of every $100, where does this money go, right? So out of every $100 of tax money, $18 goes to the sheriff's office, $6 goes to transportation, $11 goes to fire services, $17 goes to all of the county services, 3 goes to the special district, whatever that means, and 45 goes to the school board, schools, and education. So that's a pretty significant breakdown, and maybe that shows why our school district is doing so well in terms of the testing scores versus other counties in the area. But I like this graphic. I like how they broke it up. Definitely will be using that in the future. I love it. So any questions about the school districts, guys, let me know. There are definitely some problems with St. Johns County schools. I'm not saying it's all roses and sunshine here. Well, it's sunshine most of the time. But we definitely do pretty well when it comes down to testing and the graduation rate compared to the rest of the state. All right, now this is something I'm pretty excited about. So I own a townhome just outside of this community here. So apartment community announced for former Outlet Mall site in St. John's. So if you live in Tuscany Village or Paloma, I think this is a good thing for the area because I think this is going to spur more development, right? So Thompson Thrift plan to complete Terrassa, I hope I'm saying that right, a 324 unit luxury project east of Interstate 95 in 2026. So this is going to go on the old Outlet Mall, the indoor portion of the Outlet Mall. I know that doesn't make sense to most people that aren't local here, but that's what it was. And this is where it's at right now. So Outlet Center Drive is right here. You have the Quick Lane, you have the Ford dealership over here. And here's the new Baptist Medical Center, and this is 95, and State Road 16 is just over here. They have now a Texas Roadhouse over here too. But this is where the plan is to put Terrassa, the 324 unit luxury building. But this is the stuff I'm excited about. All these out parcels here, they want to put up to 100,000 square feet of retail and commercial space right in this area as well, surrounding this multifamily. But just up the street here, I mean, literally, like if you were to follow this road on an aerial, probably right here is where Paloma starts and where Tuscany Village is. And there's another apartment complex, Stratford Mills. Are all right there. So if you were, the one thing we said, like when they had the indoor portion of the Outlet Mall here, if they would have put an anchor store in there, like a Target, you know, it probably would have went nuts and it would have revitalized that indoor portion of the Outlet Mall, but they just couldn't get like an anchor store to go in there. But I think you're going to put 324 units here, you probably have another 1,000 units right around that location. This will all be walkable. Right, and then you have Ford's Garage, which is a restaurant. You have Texas Roadhouse over here. So if they added a couple more restaurants, coffee shop right over here. And then they got the Baptist Medical right there. So I think it's going to be a great ad for the locals that live there. I think it's going to help your housing prices. But also, like if you live there, I mean, hey, you got a medical center right here, potential for other commercial space right here, and then you're going to have this brand new luxury rental apartment right there too. So I think that's pretty cool. But guys, that is going to be it for the night. Let me see. I don't think I have any comments. I don't have any comments. It's rare, but hey, I'll take it. Like I said, I want to keep this one short and sweet. But we're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Going over the market stats, the news you need to know about, everything about buying, selling, or investing here in northeastern Florida. And we're doing a Q&A. And tonight we had no Q's for me to give an A. That was stupid. But until next week, guys, I'll see you every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Hope you have a good week. Hope you have a good weekend. Hope you had a good July 4th. Until next time.